Almost there. Are we live yet? Come on. There we go. We're live. Hey, YouTube. There's one more scenario I need to add on to when it's financially acceptable to buy smaller packages that aren't as good of a deal. If you haven't seen the first half of this Let's Talk, you need to go watch that. This is just something that I forgot to mention in that. Just for a quick recap, so that if you really don't want to, you can get everything here. Basically, I was talking about how there are smaller packages that aren't as good of a deal. If you buy the bigger bag, it's going to be cheaper per ounce or individual piece of whatever. So you probably want to buy the bigger packages. So the one more scenario, when it's financially acceptable to buy the smaller, not as good of deal packages, is if you don't have a lot of money, but you want a little more variety. If you're craving a little bit of candy right now and you don't necessarily want to wait, then, you know, you could buy a big bag and only have that one type of candy, or you could buy some smaller, not as good of a deal bags, and, you know, you'll get less candy overall, but you'll get a bigger variety. So that's not a bad scenario. If you can wait, you know, I might wait a bit so you can get better deal bags of the candy, and then it's just going to last you longer. You're going to have to buy candy less often. If you don't buy candy very often, that's even a better idea, you know. Yeah, sure, I understand if you feel like a little bit of candy right now and you want a little bit of this and a little bit of that and then a little bit of this, but if you can wait, I would wait just a bit, especially if you don't have candy very often. Then you just get a bigger bag and eat it over a longer period of time. Candy doesn't really go bad. No, like, it doesn't. I guess there are certain types of candy that could maybe go a little bit stale, but they doesn't really go bad. And actually, something I like to do, I've only done this once actually, is year-old Tootsie Rolls. You gotta open up the big sealed bag, just leave the little midgets inside of their twist wrappers and let them sit around for a year. I discovered this when I found some Tootsie Rolls in my house, and this was several years ago. I was like 12 or something. And I'm sure they were a year old because that's the last time Halloween was, and we didn't buy candy back then. We just got it from Halloween trick-or-treating. Oh, they were amazing. So year-old Tootsie Rolls, that's something that I'm going to be doing again sometime. I'll probably do it when I go on my mission. Put the Tootsie Rolls out to sit for a year. They'll actually be 2 years old by then. See how good they are then. But that's something I like. So, another thing too is the same scenario, basically, variety, but not for yourself, for somebody else. If you're buying a gift for somebody, you know, you don't maybe necessarily want to buy them the big, huge bag of candy. You might not even have a lot of money, too. You might be like, oh, it's my friend's birthday. I can spare like $5, maybe $10 to get him some stuff. I'm going to go do that and get him some birthday presents. And so then you get him a variety of candy, a lot of different little ones. So, anyways, that's it for this Let's Talk. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts on this are. Go watch the original video, too. It gives a lot more detail on the subject and lists more scenarios, too. Because this isn't the only one. There are some others in the other video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in whatever's next.